Today, Governor Ron DeSantis announced state lawmakers will overturn Disney's attempt to avoid a state takeover of its special district it has in Orlando. NBC News correspondent Sam Brock is following the latest for us. Sam, walk us through this latest move by DeSantis. There's been a lot of back and forth here. What does this mean for Disney?
Yeah, what is the upshot here, Kate? Good to be with you. It was fascinating to listen to Governor DeSantis today, to hear what he had to say, as much as the words that he used as what he did not say. The governor today talking about the fact that Florida has to be a state of laws, not a state of men or corporations ruling on their own. And that's the reason why Disney needs this special district taken away from it. No mention at all, Kate, of what got us here in the first place, the Don't Say Gay or Parental Rights and Education bill. That did not come up. No talk of woke activism, at least from the governor, or anything along those lines about culture wars. He said this is an issue of fairness. And here's what happened. The state legislature back in February created a law that put in a new board there, basically stripping away Disney selected supervisors and putting in hand-picked board members from Governor DeSantis. But before that went into effect, Disney effectively made a deal with itself. That board, which is elected by landowners in the area, and those landowners are Walt Disney employees, friends, and family members, with the corporation itself, to extend their authority to basically run this self-governance into the next several decades. Well, DeSantis said that's not going to fly. And he said on Wednesday, the board is going to meet and nullify that. And if that's not enough, the state legislature will create its own law, which would supersede whatever Disney had done. Here are the governor's remarks just moments ago.
It's basically like a legal fiction. They negotiated with themselves to give themselves the ability to maintain their self-governing status. Now, that's in direct defiance of the will of the people of Florida.
Now, Kate, another interesting sort of outcome of this today was the governor talked about land that Disney owns that he has some ideas of what he would like to use it for, be that the development, he said, of potentially a penitentiary, he used those exact words, or workforce housing for Disney employees, which would be a huge thorn in Disney's side because it would create labor issues for the company. He threw those out there. The big question right now, though, is if it's land that Disney owns but has not yet been used for the actual Disney business itself, does he have the right to do that? Does the state have the right to come in and develop Disney's land for other purposes? But it is very clear that he's sort of waging the next stage of this war and saying, do not even think about pursuing this any further.
Right. Other purposes, including the suggestion of a prison or a penitentiary. So Disney CEO Bob Iger, on the other side, has had some strong comments, too. But I take it he's now saying he'd be glad to meet with the governor to discuss.
That's exactly right, Kate. So Bob Iger a few days ago had said, we're not going to go to the mattresses over that. Those were his exact words. I would be willing to meet with the governor to try to figure this out. We have reached out to Disney. So far, I've not heard any sort of a response on what the timeline like that would be. But Governor DeSantis did not mention anything about it in his remarks today.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.